to this YouTube session on the eagle and the chickens. I wrote the story, I think, about a week ago, but it is inspired by stories that I have read from others and heard from other thinkers and thought leaders and writers as well. So this is how it goes. Okay, on one dark night, a big storm has threw the young eaglet out of the nest. And the eaglet fell from the top of the tallest tree from the top of the mountain. And the eagle flew and flew and flew and flew and flew and flew down until it ended up in the backyard with the chickens. This backyard has a chicken coop. And on the next morning, when the eaglet opened his eyes, he looked around, and all he saw around him was a circle of chickens looking at him. Over time, the young eaglet really liked the chickens. Not that he liked them, he actually liked them so much that he wanted to become just like them. He wanted to be accepted into the society of chickens, into the tribe of chickens. He wanted to be just like a chicken because he never saw anyone like him before. The eagle knew he was different, and the chickens knew that the eagle was different as well. But none of it mattered. The eagle was determined to fit in. And I think over time, what eagle decided to do is he started to grow. And he was growing and growing and growing every day. And eagle was starting to develop those huge wings. They were beautiful. They were majestic. But eagle didn't want the wings. He wanted to be just like the chicken. So over time, eagle was plucking the feathers from his wings. One feather here, one feather here, one feather here. Over time, until he took all the feathers out, and there was wings no more. Sometime shortly after, two majestic eagles were flying over the area where the chicken coop was. And they looked down and they saw what they thought to be an eagle. So they rushed down to the ground and called out and said, "Brother, join us in flight. We're going to take you to the mountains that kiss the sky. Together, we will fly over the lakes that shimmer from the light of the sun. And these lakes hold the secret to life itself. Join us." And the eagle, he got so excited and so happy that he saw another two eagles. He started running. He started running from the chicken coop, and he ran and he tried to lift off. And he tried and tried and tried. But he couldn't fly. His wings were gone. And all the eagle could do is just watch as the two beautiful eagles disappeared into the ocean of clouds. As he stood there, he remembered it was time to walk back to the chicken coop, as it was time for his daily meal. I hope this story wakes you up. If you were born an eagle, how many times have you devalued, discounted your own worth, your own gifts and experiences and blessings, and only things that you can do at the highest possible level? Perhaps there was a time in your life, or maybe it is now, where you had to cut your own wings because you wanted to fit in with the chickens. I understand. Chickens may offer comfort and safety, but wouldn't you rather soar into the height of heavens and look down to the mountains, the lakes, the forests, to the beauty of this planet. So perhaps this is your calling call. It's your call to wake up and no longer cut, devalue your own gifts. If you were born an eagle, act like one. Don't cut your own wings because you're spending time with the chickens in the chicken coop. This is not how life is supposed to be. You're meant to fly. So do it. So this is my story for you. I hope it touched your heart. I hope you can share the story with everyone who needs to hear it. And let me know, where are you watching from? What is your story about the eagle and the chickens? I'd love to know. Thank you so much for joining me. And don't forget that right now there are people who have less experience than you have, less qualifications than you do, and yet they live in the life that you can only dream about. The only difference between those people and you, they made a decision and took imperfect action now. So that's my call to you. Take imperfect action now so you can live the life of your dreams, because you are worth it. Thank you again for joining me. Make sure you subscribe to this channel so you don't miss any of the fantastic videos I have for you, and share it with everyone you care about. Thank you again, and I'll see you next time.